Hey guys, welcome back to OverTakes. This is Misfit, and we are here with, this is, I guess, what we would call it part 2 of what we did this week. We rambled on quite a bit, and the last one was going to be one episode, so we decided to split it up into 2. We talked about all the Torb changes and hero changes and things like that, and things that were going on with the game, and what we were looking forward to coming up with BlizzCon as far as heroes and maps and that kind of thing. Here is more of the Overwatch League stuff that we, wanted to comment on and talk about regarding player movement, the Runaways situation and what's going on with them. So if you are interested in this stuff, Overwatch League, Overwatch in general, we talk Overwatch League 2 to 3 times a week in the off season and pretty much 4 to 5 times a week, maybe more this year, who knows, when the regular season hits, and we will be hitting you with a lot more stuff when we get closer to BlizzCon and we start finalizing some things with the teams, like logos and rosters and schedules and all that kind of stuff. If you're new, thanks a lot for joining, and if you're coming back, thanks for coming back. We appreciate all of the views and all the stuff you guys give us. So let's dive into it. So here is the second part. Let's move on to, we do have some news from the league itself.
Yeah.
We have some player movement, we're starting to get juicy with the player movement here. It's starting to get good. I'm stealing somebody else's line. I didn't mean it that way. Anyway. Okay, so a couple teams have picked up some players here and there. Biggest one is, I would say, and it's about 90%, 99% is Dafran going to Atlanta.
This one, this is the one that I'm most excited about.
Yeah, me too, because he's great to watch.
He's a phenomenal player. His hero pool is absolutely massive, and I'm really interested to see what he does when he's back in this position of being on a team and all of this, and hopefully moving past some of his past issues. I mean, I know there's been some things that have come out in the last couple of weeks where some of his teammates were defending what he did in... What was it, Apex, I think?
Yeah.
During Apex, when he when he used his Dragon Blade on nothing, because they had basically moved on from that map and they were just whatever. So, but he got the most flack for that.
Yeah.
Because he could have gotten back, he could have stalled it out, but they basically had moved on at that point. So yeah, it's an interesting situation, and then he's also just had the issues of getting bans and stuff by Blizzard themselves for trolling people and that kind of stuff,
and throwing and whatever else with Torbjorn. And that was during that whole, if you recall, guys, back, what was that, 6 months, a year ago, when they had all the bans and everything, all the people playing Torbjorn, they just kept banning people. They banned that top 500 guy that plays Torbjorn all the time. They banned Dafran.
Yeah. Well, there was that. Then there was
and the Symmetra bans and all that stuff. They were doing that because they said they weren't doing anything because people were reporting them and all that shit.
Right. But it'll be interesting to see what happens with Atlanta now that he is pretty much in. I think Blizzard confirmed that he is allowed to play and all that. So it's looking like a pretty much sure thing that he's going to be playing. It'll be interesting to see what Atlanta puts around him to complement him. Because he is such a versatile player. You can really put him... Obviously, I feel like he's going to be a DPS main. Yeah, but there will be situations where they'll want to run... Where if they can have a situation where you're running goats, he could play really any of those characters, honestly.
And he plays pretty much... He can play pretty much anything. He's versatile. Now, there's a place... remember, guys, Atlanta, it's got big fucking money.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a place if you had him and maybe, say, Shadowburn as your DPS, or Logix, maybe, who's out there, a couple other guys.
You put a really, really good Ana with him. Oh, man. Yeah. It could be... Or even just some really good supports in general. There's some really fun, exciting things that they could be... He instantly makes this team a team to watch because he's just that damn good.
Yeah, he is. And, I think it's good for the league, too. I think some of these guys need to get more, and they need to bring some more of these guys in. they get reluctant and with their bullshit, Blizzard, because they don't like the controversy and the whatnot.
But that's one thing that we've been talking about and that we've really wanted is like there needs to be some sort of edge to it, and you need to have players like that are competitive and really want to get in and talk shit to each other.
Yeah.
And even a lot of these guys that were in the league last year were like, we want to be able to talk shit.
Yeah.
Like,
and some of them did. I mean, but it was like minor. I just want more guys like him in there. I think he's a little safer pick than XQC just because he doesn't do absolutely dopey things on his fucking stream that
he's
would
not
get him
like
banned.
Breaking shit,
and
all that stuff. He's just like
he doesn't lose his mind. He's not.
It's more the shit that he says than anything else.
Yeah, he doesn't like scream into the mic and all that like a fucking nutbag. Whatever. That's XQC stuff.
Yeah.
But there's other guys I think that could be in there. Like Emog could get in. He's a great player too. You know.
Yeah.
They need some more of this just because it brings some of the other people in.
Yeah, I know. I guess there was a clip from Calvin last night where he said he got a big offer from a team. He decided to turn it down. They offered him $150K.
That's a lot of money.
He turned it down because he's probably making more than that doing streaming, and then he doesn't have to do all of that stuff.
Yeah, he doesn't have to do all the extra grinding. Some of those guys don't want to do that grind. They want to grind on their own terms, so to speak.
Right, he's probably making that amount in a month versus some of these versus going to the league, he'd be making that in 6 months. So
yeah, and if the off chance they want to play another game or something like that, they can do that.
Right.
They don't have to just grind Overwatch.
Exactly.
I think that's another thing with some of these guys. So they do stream Fortnite because that draws a big audience, and if they're trying to make money, I mean, they're gonna do things like that.
Absolutely. When you want to make money, I mean, that's the game right now, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well,
I'm sorry. I hate that game. I despise that game. I've tried. I don't like any of the Battle Royale games. I just really don't.
Yeah, and we go over this all the time.
Yeah.
And it's not our thing.
No.
I like more of the team-based games or things like that. They're just more viable. I would rather play in a toxic world of CS:GO or Overwatch, for that matter, than play Fortnite.
Or,
do all this
or
crap, get shot in the back of the head.
Or even the MOBA type games too.
Yeah,
like I'd rather play those.
I'd rather play Heroes or League even, or even Smite or one of those games. You know where I like the team element. I like the team aspect. Not that I don't like playing one-on-one stuff. I like that too, but it's just that style is just
Yeah.
And I like more of the. But anyway, so Dafran's going to be big.
Yeah. I'm really excited to see what Atlanta does with that.
Atlanta's going to do a lot more because of the money. I mean, Cox is their main Time Warner.
Right. There's a reason that there's a team in Atlanta in the first place. Like, they put up big money for this.
Yeah, and they put up big money, and they're going to spend big money. And some of these other teams that maybe are a little lesser on the money scale are going to be in trouble. Which, I mean, we can get into a whole thing about that with drafting. I mean, we're going to have to worry about that now, but drafts and salary caps and all that kind of thing, I'm sure that'll come into play later on down the road.
Yeah, I feel like that's going to be the big things for next season, is kind of implementing a draft, implementing salary caps,
more league structure.
Just more of the league structure in general,
like infrastructure kind of stuff that all right, they have the schedule, they have the this is your timelines for this and that, but to make the league constantly running smoothly, and also every league wants parity. They don't want one team that's great all the time. I mean, you want one team that's great, so you have the rivalry, beat the best team, like the Patriots in football or whatever. But
you don't want another Shanghai.
Yeah, as well.
Yeah.
Which I mean, if you guys are baseball fans, it happens in baseball. I mean, for 30 years, the Pirates absolutely just dumped salary. The Royals, same thing.
Yep.
And the Yankees and the Red Sox and the Dodgers and the Mets and all the teams with money were the teams that were up there. Atlanta. Because don't forget, the Braves were owned by Ted Turner, who owned all that fucking CNN and all that shit.
Yep.
So, I mean, they built that dynasty out of, that stuff. They don't want that in this league. They want, and same thing with the NFL. They're sharing revenue now in this league to start.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a thing where they have drafts and stuff like that. So we're not seeing, all of these, like Dallas last year. I mean, they picked up a lot of free agent-y kind of guys,
Right.
You know, I mean, they were
look
ending,
how well
but
that worked out.
that worked out terrible. But
right,
but like they had the money. They had they did that kind of thing. Now you got more money in it.
Right. So it'll definitely be interesting. So there's a few other ones that have happened. Philly has picked up Elk.
So all right, so Elk is a support. I mean, they have two great supports right now, but you can always use the third guy. Plus, he's a two-way.
Yeah.
He's one of the. We'll talk about another one too that was signed later. Later on, we'll talk about it. But the two-way thing. This is our first one. Yeah. So it's going to help out in that if someone's hurt, someone's sick, you don't have, especially with supports. You're not going to be flopping them in and out all the time because we saw how great that worked last year.
No kidding. But then they'll also be able to go play for the contenders team, get some experience in playing games on
stage competitively, semi-professional, professionally, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
Kind of like Major League Baseball, and you're going up and down to AAA. There's always a couple guys on a team that are kind of the shuttler guys.
Yeah.
That fill in for an injury, someone gets suspended or whatever, you have this guy that can come in and play. Which, I like this two-way thing. I think they'll expand upon it more, I'm sure, down the road. That's another one of those infrastructure of the league kind of things that we were talking about. So I think that's going to help them out. I think they're pretty solid, and obviously, as far as I'm concerned, Boombox and Neptuno are going to be their starters. Mm-hmm. I mean, from what I hear, though, this kid is really, really good. So, I mean, who knows? He could move in at some point. I mean, these guys are going to be here forever.
For sure.
I mean, Neptuno's great, but, if this kid's better, we've seen this before in this league. If he's better, he's going to play. But, right now, he's a two-way.
Yeah, so I think that it's a good move for Philly. Always never hurts to shore up your supports and have backups and all that. We have some other news from the Mayhem, some of the players that they've signed. Pulled up Hagapen.
Yep, which is
from their academy team, who was playing for London.
Yeah, and he was part of the great purge of London there.
Yeah, and then they've also signed Apply, who's also on a two-way contract.
Yeah, he's the other two-way guy, and that has been signed. And, they need a couple of guys like this, too, because last year, if you remember, they did the stupid six-man thing, and that did not work, to start.
Right.
So you need a couple of guys, and he's gonna help them out. I mean, obviously, they're starting from ground zero. Hagapin, he was the, if you guys remember when they were flipping rosters around, he was the guy that they kept putting in for Badosin.
Yeah, that's right.
He played for GC Busan, great Apex team. He's a good player. I mean, obviously, the biggest thing Florida's need was support.
Yeah, for sure. So this is already an instant upgrade to their support line.
And then Apply also Tank, the back and forth, the two-way guy. It's going to help. Now, they just got to get, honestly, they got to get a main support, and they will have a full six-man roster that's going to look drastically different.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, here's the I'm going to throw this out. Are they going to go all Korean and Tavik is just going to be like a backup and Apply are going to be backups?
Possibly.
Kind of feels that way. I mean, right now you have 5 of the 6 spots are Korean.
Yeah.
Or 4, other than Tavik.
Yeah, and we could see...
Because you have
absolutely, I could see another one of the other supports being Korean, another Korean DPS, tank, who knows?
Yeah, who knows? And either way, they're making great strides to actually make this team viable.
Yeah.
Which, I love the guys on the, I keep saying, I love the guys on the last team, but you know what? They need to win. And I think they're going about it the right way. They're picking up guys like they had Hagapin on their academy team. Obviously, they know what he can do. Mm-hmm. And he wasn't bad when he was in the league. Actually, he's a really good Sombra player from what I remember. He was when that Sombra meta came in there, he was their Sombra guy. So, and she's going to be huge again.
Yes, for sure.
So that's good for them. And then, really, the last move we had the Shock, and they picked up Rascal, which is interesting.
Yeah,
I think,
especially after trading Dante.
I think they traded Dante though because Rascal does have a different hero pool.
He does.
He has the projectile hero pool, which the only other
that's about the only thing that they were missing on that roster was another. I mean, they have some incredible.
Yeah, I mean they have
DPS.
Architect, but maybe they signed him for a backup thing?
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's maybe just like a 3-man DPS rotation. You kind of put him in different situations.
Yeah, because it seems like Babybay's the odd man out here.
Yeah, it does, definitely.
He seems like he's going to be the IDD cutie of that team for the year.
Yeah.
As far as I see it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, how can you play him over any of these other guys?
You're not going to play him over Architect.
No.
You're not going to play him over Sinatra.
Fuck no.
And
it's going to be
Rascal at this point is better than he is anyway.
Yeah, and Rascal has a very different hero pool. I mean, like that's the big thing is like
Babybay could be trade bait.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they could use him for a trade.
Tradey Bay.
Tradey Bay. Maybe trade. Oh my God, we're getting crazy with that. But no, I think some other team could use him. And one of the expansion teams or whatever. I mean, we'll see what happens. Because all this is going to shake down in about the next month.
Yeah.
This stuff is going to fill in because we're about in October, guys. And you know what happens in November is BlizzCon, and they want to have all the stuff ready to go.
Yeah.
Because they put on a show.
They want the rosters pretty much set. They want all these new teams to have their logos and names ready. There's a lot going on right now.
They got to get the gear ready.
Yeah.
They got to update the gear store, which there's a lot of stuff on sale. Which, in case you guys are interested, a lot of I'm sure a lot of the jerseys are going on sale.
Oh yes.
Gonna get my swoosh jersey.
There you go. Get a swoosh jersey. Maybe
I still gotta get that
jersey.
I still gotta get that Prophet jersey though, huh? At least he hasn't gone anywhere.
Right.
And they've been quiet, which they really haven't had. They really don't need to do anything.
No, they really don't.
I mean, they're the quietest team of the bunch. Really, it seems like.
Yeah. Even New York is making moves.
Yeah,
it's more releasing guys, but
releasing guys. I mean, they did the inevitable, and they brought Flower up. I mean, we didn't really talk about that, but
who didn't see that coming?
Yeah, I mean,
hey, we're gonna let one of the best young DPS players just go anywhere else.
Yeah, at this point, someone's got to be trade bait because him and Pine.
Right, then you got him, Pine, and
Sabiobi and Libero.
And yeah, I mean, I feel like Libero, he is really the only one that has a set spot, like just because of his huge hero pool. Like he is the one that, like, for sure, lock him in. He will be starter day one. All the other guys, it's a little bit of a toss up, like because we kind of discovered that Sabiobi's kind of a tracer one trick.
Yeah.
I mean, as great as he is, he's a phenomenal tracer player. But he just wasn't able to really carry it as much on the other player or the other characters.
Yeah, because anytime that they needed a big carry, he went in with Tracer and
and that's what he would do. But any other time he would try to do any other character, it was mediocre at best.
And from what I remember from seeing Flower, I didn't really get too much of him on the in the contenders.
He's an incredible Widowmaker.
So he's kind of I'm assuming he's like Pine. He's kind of a hit scan.
Yeah.
So you have 3 hit scan guys essentially right now.
Right.
And Libero, which interesting. Someone could go.
Someone could definitely go. I feel like.
I mean, Atlanta, they're the money team right now with nobody on their roster.
One of those guys for sure. And I feel like the guy that they would be most willing to do that with is Pine.
Yeah. Pine, you have Pine and Dafran. Mm-hmm. That would be interesting.
Oh my God.
You'd have a lot of fans, that's for sure.
Right.
Good Lord. I guess the only other thing is now this has been rumory and kind of like people have been talking about it at least. Our friends at the Runaway. Team Runaways, whatever you want to call them.
It's looking like it's gonna be Vancouver.
Yeah, that's interesting enough.
Yeah, and it's most likely gonna be their whole team.
Yeah, their whole team and the whole top to bottom thing. They're gonna just let it roll. I'm still on the fence about it. I mean honestly, they're gonna be decent.
They're gonna be good.
And I know all of you fuckers are gonna be out there, and I'm pretty much becoming anti-Runaway at this point. But listen, they're not gonna win the league. They won contenders, for Christ's sake. There are teams out there that will eat them for fucking lunch. New York is one of them. Philadelphia can beat them.
London can beat them.
London would kill them.
Yeah.
And in fact, I would have to say, I don't know if they played in Apex or anything like that before. Mm-hmm. Both teams that were on London when they started the season probably beat them.
Yeah.
So,
and then you've got the shock You've got the Valiant are still going to be a good team.
The Gladiators will be decent enough.
Right. Like, with the coming out of Surefour in the World Cup, I mean, oh my God. Like, that's going to be huge for the Gladiators. And so there's going to be some damn good teams. And then we don't even know, like, there's still rumblings of what's going on in Toronto.
Yeah.
And I feel like Toronto's going to have a really good team simply because of the management and everything that they have there. And the people that are in charge, I feel like they're going to end up having a really good team. I feel like France is going to end up having a pretty good team too.
And you throw in the fact that some teams like Houston and Dallas have picked up guys that they desperately needed.
Yeah.
And, Houston getting Dante.
Yep. That's huge.
That is exactly what they needed.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now they got that Tracer guy, and they were decent enough. Right. Yeah, they did fall off a little bit. A lot of it was the DPS play, though.
Right.
You throw someone like Dante in there all the time when you need a Tracer, you need his hero pool.
And you pair that alongside
Linkser or Jake or however you want to run it.
It's going to be nasty.
Yeah, I'm not sold on Runaway being this. Yeah, they're going to be
contender.
Good.
Yeah.
They'll make the playoffs, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think they're going to run away with the league. Like, people like, oh my God, I know they signed Runaway. They're going to fucking win the whole league now. It's just over. It's over. Vancouver's going to win. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're going to be good.
They're going to be good. But I just don't think that they're going to have enough to overcome the teams that are already incredible.
Yeah, exactly. And we have a lot of incredible teams. And they haven't played in this thing yet.
Right.
They played the contender style thing.
Right.
We'll see, like...
Can they handle the grind?
Yeah. Because we found out some of these guys can't.
Right. Exactly. That's the thing is, like, a lot of the Korean players tend to be better at handling the grind than the American players, but...
Some of them even
or the
cracked,
Western players, but, hey, some of them cracked. I mean, look at what London did for most of the season until they really got it back together at the end.
Yeah. I mean, you had guys hurt, guys kind of like off their game. Look at Seoul.
Look what happened to New York. Look what happened to Seoul. Look,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, like it's.
Are they ready for this? That's
right.
Everyone's making a big deal about it. Yeah, okay, yeah, it is a big deal. They are good. You're kind of buying a playoff spot by bringing them in, honestly.
Yeah.
But are they the best? I'm not shaking in my boots. I mean, my team, they could beat my team possibly, but who knows where they go?
Right.
I mean, they've already signed a bunch of viable guys.
Absolutely. So
could they beat them? I don't know.
And then you don't know what's going to happen with some of these. I mean, we've got the 3 new Chinese teams who are one of them is probably going to sign a full Korean team as well.
Yeah. Well, actually, all 4 Chinese teams got to sign.
Yeah, basically.
Don't forget Shanghai.
Yeah.
We can't leave Shanghai.
They did drop like 90% of their roster.
Yeah, so. they kept Gagori and Dia and I think the main tank that they picked up. Fearless,
yeah.
So, I mean, they're in they need players. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to touch on that. I just, that's something, it's been going around. And who's to say that someone doesn't pick up, another Korean contenders team?
Oh, absolutely.
Or if someone picks up, one of the other Euro teams or one of the North American teams.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what's going to happen. And some of those teams are good enough to win.
Oh, absolutely. So it's definitely gonna be interesting. I'm really excited. Like as more and more of this stuff happens, and like more and more of these rosters get set, I'm just getting that much more excited.
Plus, I need a team to get bent about anyway. I haven't had a team where I just can't, and they annoy me.
Yeah.
Thank God. Thank you, John Gruden. I love you.
Right.
John Gruden, I love you. You are my hero for making the Raiders shit again. Thank you. I'm gonna get that fucking hat made. Make the Raiders shit again.
Matza.
Yeah. and well, you guys got him next, so bring out the possum. Yes, guys, I know I did a little football talk. We're
Maturza. Make the Raiders shit again.
Their fucking fans can't spell anyway, so they're not gonna be able to figure it out. Unless it's P.O., they know that. And they know ankle bracelet. They know that one. I'm done railing on the Raider fans. I'm sure there's some of you guys out there hate me. I don't give a fuck. I'm a Broncos fan. It's just natural. So I guess that about does it, guys. And we got the rally possum here now, so that's our thing. put the possum in the box, game's over.
Possum in the box, guys.
Just remember that. Put the possum in the box, this episode's over. Anyway, all right, guys, thanks a lot for joining us. We went way off the rails because I got all fucking bent about Runaways, which turned into a Raiders rant, which I can turn anything into a rant about how bad the Raiders are, and it makes me happy.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, guys, thanks a lot for joining us. If you're new, please hit a like, hit a subscribe. Thanks for all of your support, all of the comments, all the things you guys have been doing for us lately. We will hit you guys up with some more stuff, as the shit hits the wall, and if it sticks, we will report on it for you. But we're looking forward to what's coming up. Definitely got some stuff in the next couple of weeks. We're going to be doing a lot more stuff, I think.
Yeah.
So players are trickling in, and then it's going to hit hard about Halloween. So get ready. All right, guys. Thanks a lot, and we will talk to you later.
Catch you guys on the next one. Later.